All right, good afternoon. Thank you for joining in to Your News Arizona. I'm Jonathan Alexander. Um, Today, I've got a special guest with me. I've got Mike Grant, Guns Unlimited. He's a federal firearms dealer, and we're doing this broadcast today. I'm going to be talking about the government shutdown and different things happening around the country. I also like to talk about the No Kings rallies that they've been doing, why we think that they've been doing these rallies, and getting this out there to you guys. Want to get you guys your thoughts and insights on this matter as well. How you doing, Mike?
Not too bad. How are you doing, Jonathan?
Doing good. So I seen you were up there doing a firearm training again today.
Yep,
So how did that go?
that's fine. It was
Oh, good.
doing concealed weapon training.
So so today I want to share with you guys a post that Mike Johnson did a little while ago. I'm going to share that with you guys real quick and get it to you.
You are to blame than Democrats are. What's your message to them?
Well, first, take issue with that. I mean, just 24 hours before that one came out, CNN, of all places, had a big story about how Republicans are winning the shutdown battle. But we reject all of this. This is not about winning a political contest here. Real people are losing. The American people are hurting. Democrats have voted 14 times now, Shannon, to keep the government closed. 14 times they had the opportunity to have SNAP benefits float, to let air traffic controllers be paid, to take care of all these problems and pay the troops. And they said no. And it is a fact that no one can dispute that they shut the government down over restoring free health care to illegal aliens as part of their $1.5 trillion wild partisan wish list. They're playing games, and real people are suffering because of it.
But with these numbers in mind, why do you think they will be willing to come back to the table and negotiate at some point? They think that they're winning the optics of this.
Well, I don't know how they can believe they're winning if it were indeed a game to them, and I think it is, because you have all the unions now coming out against them. You have the major airlines in the country. You have every segment of the population and hardworking Americans who will be going without. You have 42 million recipients of SNAP that are in jeopardy right now. You have women, infants, and children because the nutrition program that President Trump and the White House have heroically funded thus far is running out of money. And of course the troops. I mean, we've gotten them paid now for 2 cycles, but that money is not inexhaustible and it's running out. And so increasingly the American people will be feeling the pain, and after we pass that threshold of the first of this month, it gets very real for more and more people.
So the president says it's about getting rid of the filibuster, not something you have to deal with on the House side, but he's putting pressure on your Senate colleagues, saying get rid of the 60-vote threshold. You can move most things by a majority vote in the House. Here's part of one of his recent posts. He says, remember, Republicans, regardless of the Schumer shutdown, the Democrats will terminate the filibuster the first chance they get. They'll pack the Supreme Court, pick up 2 states, and add at least 8 electoral votes. Don't be weak and stupid. Republicans, you will rue the day that you didn't terminate the filibuster. Be tough, be smart, and win. There are some GOP senators indicating at least the tiniest open door to possibly making changes. What's your advice to the other side of the Hill?
Well, I think there's a lot of Democrats, a lot of senators, Republican and Democrat, who have resisted it in the past. We, on our side, traditionally have resisted that because of the worst impulses of the far-left Democrat Party. They would pack the court. They would do all the things the president has discussed there. I think what you're seeing there is a reflection of his anger, his real frustration that the government is closed. He is a big-hearted president. He wants everybody to get their services and the health services for veterans and SNAP benefits and all the rest. And he's tried everything he can, and he is now exhausting his ability. The courts are now saying you can't go any further. So he's just desperate for the government to open. He's tried everything he can. He's tried to negotiate with them. He's pleaded with them, and they're still dug their heels in. So this is a reflection of all of our desperation. We're angry about it. I think we should be. The filibuster has traditionally been a safeguard against those worst impulses, but we'll see what the Senate does.
Okay.
So, Mike, a lot of what they've been doing right now, they've been keeping this government shut down because they're wanting us to take on feeding illegals, housing them, giving them medical benefits, you name it. What's your thoughts on this matter? What you're seeing going on around the country?
Well, again, it's funny that we're 11 months into 10 months and change into the new administration, and every month they've been ratcheting up a lot of fake stuff about what's going on. That they're arresting, from ICE arresting American citizens and everything. And when you deal into that a little bit, what that's all about a little bit. So I'm going to be jumping around here on this, Jonathan. It's about these people are interfering, so that's why they're getting arrested. They may be American citizens, but if you go and interfere in a police arrest someplace, they're going to hook you up and take you away. You're not supposed to do that. So you get that, and then you got this, as we all know, another group of outside influencers, from Bloomberg and the rest of them that are involved, passing money around to all these 501c still that are out there spreading rumors that Trump is going to do this. And, he's going to, I can't even believe any of these people still believe, you see it on Facebooks and all these other things, believe that he's going to run for a third term. It's just basically what we went through during his first administration, misinformation. And then you turn around and Biden gets in and we got nothing but misinformation the whole time. Right. That they pulled that stuff telling us, like, for instance, that, the border was closed. We all know that was garbage right there, especially in CD7. That thing, I'm surprised that they didn't have Newsom come over and build a freeway, because he spends money like that on stupid things and have them come right through Phoenix. But there's so many groups out there right now causing just misinformation. This No Kings with the Indivisible group. Those two people used to work for Obama, that their parents did, and they're running this thing. And, it reminds me of the 2020, 2019, 2018 area when Black Lives Matter was out there selling their bill of goods to all the other than white people to join in on them and send them your money. And all these national companies like Coke and all these people sent money funding them. And yet who got the money? 3 people at the top got the money. Houses, big mansions, and everybody down at the bottom that did everything got nothing. And I see this same thing going on right now with this Indivisible group that's out there getting all these people, because you roll to the bottom of their emails and what's it say? Donate $7, $10, $15, $20. Where's that money going to, and what are they using it for? And who's getting that money, that's going to help do anything for the average American citizen?
Right.
And then you throw in every one of these, like that Grahava woman down there in Arizona. She's constantly brought on Facebook, just banging Mike Johnson and all of them about not getting voted in. It's amazing. Her dad and her, as far as I'm concerned, are both involved in the cartel, one way or the other. They're their favorite friends.
100%.
But they all leave out the most important thing that you and I both know, and a few other people that have been down there on that border. And that is that for 3 years, we gave billions and billions of dollars away to those people to come in this country for free housing, free medical, free transportation, and the health care. And now we're right down here, and SNAP is running out, and yada, yada, all this garbage. If we just had those billions back, we wouldn't be in this problem. This is strictly, they're trying to take Donald Trump off the rails because they can't beat him any other way. That's my opinion on a lot of it.
Well, Mike, I 100% agree with you. When we've been down there on those borders, we got to witness them just picking those illegals up, taking them over to the transport station. Not even 24 hours later, they're sitting over in Baltimore, Maryland, or wherever in the country the government was sending them to at that point in time. We actually seen them have luggage check-in forms right there in Yuma that we got out there and showed the American people. It was just absolutely ridiculous.
I think this is all tied together. It's like a spider effect. It's like a spider web. You can't just concentrate on one situation that's going on. It's so many things that these people are up to. Right. And I don't believe it's the Schumer style Democrats, if you want to call them that, and Pelosi's. It's the far left radical portion, and they're driving the bus, and they're basically running over their own Democratic Party to ram this thing in. From all these protests about ICE interfering with ICE, which I just can't even believe that we're seeing 2018, maybe 2017, late 2018, 19, 20 again, all over. And we still got 3 years to go of
Exactly.
this.
Well, and if you look at the fact, Mike, I mean, back, I think it was 2017, 2018, we had the longest government shutdowns in U.S. history, and that was under Donald Trump as well. And I think that was 35 days total back at that point. Right now, we're at what, day 32, day 33 of the shutdown, whatever. I think it's day 32. Um, and they're expecting this shutdown to continue much longer than the last one. So, um, again, everything that they can to hurt Donald Trump, it doesn't matter what they're doing to the American people. In the meantime, this is all about them trying to just hurt Donald Trump and hurt the Republican Party. But
Yeah, it's all these Democrats, every one of them. Eric Swalwell from California, one of the most radical Democrats they got, and
right,
he's out saying the same stuff, constantly the same blah blah blah. Trump's this, Trump's that. Now you got Jeffries talking about impeaching Trump for what?
right,
He's not the one that's, they want to give this money away to these illegals. Because that's their voting base.
right.
Most of the people, in my opinion,
Well, I'm going to go ahead.
Trump,
I'm going to go ahead and share with the audience, Mike, the Democrats' latest thing they're doing. They're trying to attack Erika Kirk, Charlie Kirk's wife. They're trying to attack her, like her and JD Vance has some kind of a thing going on between them. I mean, this has gotten to be ridiculous. But I do want to share this with the American people for the ones that
Yep.
haven't seen it yet. And
no one will ever replace my husband. No. But I do see some similarities of my husband in JD and Vice President JD Vance. I do. I am tremendously blessed and honored tonight to be able to introduce to you
anyways, I just wanted to get that out there as well. I mean, this is how low the Democrats have just gotten to be, that they're attacking Charlie Kirk's wife, everything that she stands for. JD Vance, he's a very good Christian man that is, the last thing I think JD would ever do would be to cheat on his wife. But that's what the Democrats now are insinuating. I mean, this is how much they're out to attack Donald Trump, JD Vance, um, and on top of Charlie Kirk's wife. They're just going after anybody that stands up against them. And,
Yep.
I mean, this has gotten to be ridiculous. Yeah, one of the things I want to talk about and get out there, this No More Kings event, no Kings event, sorry about that. This event that these guys keep doing left and right, I think this is nothing but a complete distraction. trying to keep us from seeing the truth of what's really happening. I mean, as you guys see, there's people like Comey that's being charged right now. There's some other top government officials being charged. You just think about it and what they're doing right now. I'm going to share with you guys a thing that just came out from whitehouse.gov. I want to share this with you guys. I'll read it a little bit for you guys, and you guys can kind of see it for yourselves. And see if I can get this shared over to you guys. So, Oversight Committee releases report on the Biden auto-pin presidency. Let's see. The House Committee on Oversight and Government Reform released a staff report titled "The Biden Auto-Pin Presidency: Decline, Delusion, and Deception in the White House." I mean, you think about this. This kind of gives you a whole list here of everything that they've been looking into. Following the findings of its investigation, the chairman, James Comer, Republican, Kentucky, sent a letter to the U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi requesting the U.S. Department of Justice conduct a comprehensive review of all executive actions taken during the Biden presidency and scrutinize key Biden aides. Dr. Kevin O'Connor, Annie Tomasini, and Anthony Bernal, who pleaded the Fifth Amendment during the investigation. Chairman Comer also sent a letter to the District of Columbia Board of Medicine seeking its review of actions taken by Dr. O'Connor to determine any potential wrongdoing in his medical care of the former president. So if you guys think about it, I mean, right now, um, Joe Biden was just diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. This, I believe it's, I mean, it's prostate cancer, but the kind of prostate cancer he has, they said would have taken years for anybody to been able to see it. Um, I mean, sorry, I just said that wrong. For the amount of time for it to progress to where it's at would have taken years. And they're saying that these doctors would have had to have seen it. So it kind of tells you it's either the Biden administration doctors were just flat out lying to the American people, giving them a clean bill of health, or they just flat out did not do their job. What's your thoughts on that, Mike?
Well, I personally believe that there's a we all know there was a major cover up in that White House, I think. And, because I don't even think the guy was around half the time. I think they all said he wasn't, and you got Comey, and Brennan and all these guys. It's just, to me, it's just mind boggling. And then you add in that deal that they were watching the senators, and that was under Joe and Garland and whatever the other FBI director was before
Right.
Cash. I can't even remember his name, but it's just absolutely nuts that they were watching Democrats were watching Republican senators on their iPhones, their emails, and stuff like that. Because I don't think they thought, truly, I don't believe, and you can, your listeners may agree, maybe not.
Right.
I believe they thought that Donald Trump was going to get in.
Right.
I think they thought that they were going to win this thing, and they were going to do as much damage, and they wanted to know what kind of stuff and get information. I call it blackmail on those senators.
Right. So here are some of the key findings, Mike, that they have. Recommendations from the report. Biden's decline and cover up. The Oversight Committee found sustained evidence that President Joe Biden experienced significant mental and physical decline during his presidency, while senior White House officials actively sought to conceal his deterioration from the public. President Biden's inner circle, and including top advisors and his physician, undertook coordinated efforts to mislead the public regarding his congenital congenitive state. Sorry about that.
You said it better. You said it better than me.
I'm having a hard time reading this small print. Using scripted messaging, restricted access, a tightly controlled appearances, White House staff meticulously controlled President Biden's daily activities, public appearances, and workload to mask the declining capabilities. And come to find out, they've actually said this in this report. I posted it. I'm going to be posting this on my Facebook for everybody to read, in my YouTube and Rumble channel. If you Let me close this out for you guys here in a second. But they were it also says after further investigation that they did find out other people under Biden were using his auto pen without him knowing about it, signing different executive orders and different things um, to make sure things would continue to go the way the Democrats wanted them to go. This is just absolutely insane. These people should be incarcerated, locked up. And as far as I'm concerned, they ought to throw away the damn key. It's treason. And if they want to hold them for treason charges, I'd even go as far as that for what they were doing to the American people in the United States of America. I just couldn't believe the stuff I was reading in that whole report, Mike, to where, that these Democrats were using Biden's auto pen. I know a lot of the orders, they said that Biden did the auto pen for his son and other people, but nothing was ever mentioned about his own people working under him, using that auto pen as they pleased when they wanted. And
Yep.
supposedly Biden never even knew about it. I don't know how much truth is behind that, but if that's really true, we've got some. There's a lot of people that need to be held accountable, and
Absolutely.
I'm hoping that we're going to be seeing that. Um, this just continues to progress. And again, this is why I think they've been doing these No Kings events and different things. I think they're trying to distract the American people from seeing the truth, especially with elections coming up, and different things arising out of this. Rising out of this. Hold on a second. Sorry about the background noise. Just other people, these people need to be held accountable, period. And, as far as I'm concerned, for all you guys out there, you've got to vote these Democrats out. That's where I stand on this. I mean, if these Democrats take control of the House, the Senate, this country is in a world of hurt. Um, Anything you'd like to add to that, Mike?
Well, I think that we seen this during the 2024, and I think we opened a lot of eyes up by catching those guys running, trying to sell even though Trump was already elected, trying to sell the panels off before Joe took office, to all the stuff that went along that border down there. But one thing that I do a lot on is when I see that there's a 501c, and that could be those ones we seen down there on the border.
Right.
You look their number up, the EIN number, and every American has access to this. You look up their EIN number for their tax return, and you go in, and you're going to be a couple years behind, but you're going to be absolutely shocked at how much money that these people have brought in. And then you start going down the form, and some of those forms are 150 pages long. You just got to know where to go. And you start looking at, they've got it itemized to where they sent the money to. Every town is an anti-gun group. It's a Bloomberg one. And Moms Demand Action. And it just goes around and around in circles. They move money from one EIN number to another EIN number. They move them. Catholic Charities is notorious for it. Just recently, obviously, with all this stuff going on in Israel, and that's the Palestinians, all these people that you see running around with these, I don't even know, hijabs or whatever on their head and around their neck, running around. We have other terms for them, but I won't use it.
Right.
Running around. And it's amazing to me that they're as white as a napkin. And there's no way that it's about money. And there's a group that came, they're going nationwide, and they're trying to infiltrate city councils and people, because your cities, if you didn't know this, Jonathan, and you probably do, they can't invest their money. Like, for instance, Mesa or Phoenix up here in California, they don't take their funds that they have, their surplus money, and go to the stock market and invest it themselves. They have to hire a national company, a hedge fund company, and they manage those, because that's against the law. Maybe it's state law, but it's against the law for them to do it. So there's a group called CARE, C-A-R-E, and they came to the city council meeting, and they wanted the city to not invest into certain corporations. One of the big corporations, because of the Gaza Strip, which Trump is, and this is all after Trump has been working on this settlement stuff over there. Do not buy or do not invest into Caterpillar stock, because those dozers are tearing all those buildings down and killing all those poor people. So I went in and I checked their EIN number. Just the basic thing is the list is probably runs the whole length of your wall there from behind you to the floor in type form, probably 16 at the most, of companies that they've invested, they send their money to. And almost 99.5% of it, probably 99.9%,
Right.
is going to overseas companies or overseas charity groups, Africa's, all these places. They had over $788 million in the San Francisco chapter of CARE, which is the radical start of all this stuff. And they're tied in with Indivisible. They're tied in with all of those groups. You can get out online. I tell everybody this: get online, take some time on your internet, go in and look for these EIN numbers. Anytime there's a charity, look at it, and you'll go down and Google it, and you can get their EIN number. Go into the IRS and start tracking, and you'll find out, you'll see all the spider thing. You'll get down to the part too, if you really spend some time, you'll see where they're donating money to your elected officials. Obviously, very low numbers, $1,500. But that tells you they're tied in with these groups, the Democrats. And it wouldn't be a surprise that you got Katie Hobbs. You've got that Mark, that I call him the space monkey from Tucson. You got him. You got AOL Grahava for how long? Till his daughter took over. They're probably all tied in with those groups of getting money that rolls back to Indivisible. I mean, Indivisible, the No Kings group, is, like you said, a total disruptor of what's going on hey, look over here at my right hand, don't look at my left. They want everybody now to cancel Spotify.
Right.
They call it the pillars. And when you're on their calls listening to them, it's cancel all these businesses. Look what they did. Have you noticed Tesla's gone away?
Yep.
Elon dropped out of Doge, and it's all silent now on blocking Teslas. We had them blocking all the time down here in California, even burning up Tesla dealerships everywhere, or trying to, cars.
Come to think about it, Mike, I haven't heard a word one about Elon Musk and Tesla for the last, 2 months at least.
2 or 3. He's dead. He's DOA to them. They've moved on to other things, like the one you just talked about with the Charlie Kirk thing with his wife and JD, which is, I heard that the other day, and I had to almost get the defibrillator out to jumpstart myself. I couldn't believe anybody would be so stupid, but it's all fake news.
Yeah.
Throw it out there, and these sheep will believe that, and then they spread it to the next sheep. If you notice some of those interviews that are on Facebook, there's a girl out there that does a lot of in-face, and she's got to take security with her like crazy mad. Not one of them, when they start talking about a problem, the older people that are out there that they're taking this away, they cannot even name what group or what's going on. So they're misinformed, and they're following the doctrine from whoever, the Democratic Party, Indivisible. I mean, it's just, I got emails lined up in my file on Indivisible on my email. I never erase anything. And you can go back and refer to all this stuff. The
Right.
June 6th one or the June No Kings to this October 18th.
Well, just kind of goes to show how low these people have become, have gotten. It's just, it's ridiculous what they're doing. And just to totally slander Erika Kirk like that and just make her out to be a horrible person as well. Like she never, basically, she's more or less acting like, you know, almost like she's been cheating on her husband the whole time. How fast she's
Yep.
willing to jump right over to JD Vance. I mean, this is the kind of crap the Democrats are pushing, and the American people I know have got to be smarter than that. But I mean, this has just gotten to be
I
just
hope they are.
yeah. This has just
I
got
hope.
yeah.
I
This has
hope.
just gotten to be totally unacceptable.
I had somebody say the other day to me that, I'm really disappointed in Donald Trump. He hasn't brought the country together. And I said to him, I said, and he's a jewelry store owner, very wealthy guy. I said, are you kidding me? I said, the guy doesn't stand a chance because every time he does something, they're coming back and they're picking on what he's doing. And like the big, beautiful bill, there's only one reason they shut the government down is because all that stuff that was in there had to do with giving away all that USA NPR money, all this money that he cut out, Doge identified, as we all know. I'm not saying they don't know, that your listeners. That's what this shutdown's all about, and they have to damage his image. But
Right.
look at this one we got going over here in California with these clowns that are spending millions. I'm talking 20, 30, 40 million dollars on the vote yes on Prop 50 to change the voting areas to where we're not going to have hardly any Republican congressman areas. They're going to be rolled into Democratic areas where they're going to be outnumbered.
Right.
And it's going to pass. This Newsom's going to do that, but he's never taken care of any of the homeless. Look at the fires. You just name everything in this state that's gone on. I mean, you guys got your hand full over there with that Katie Hobbs. She's about as, you can't get any nuttier than that. then you look over to the west and you can see Newsom, and then you go, oh yeah, we're not that bad yet.
Hey, Mike, I got a private joke for you today. You know how many Democrats it takes to win the election?
I know what. Go ahead.
None. They're all going to be in jail.
I hope so.
I hope so, buddy.
I hope they're all in jail.
Yeah. But, well, listen, I appreciate you coming on the show today, Mike. Just wanted to get this out there to the American people, the Democrats' latest stunt, what they're trying to pull on Erika Kirk and JD Vance. And just, I'm just so disappointed in where this country has gone now. I mean, this isn't the country we grew up in, and
Nope.
it's sad to see where it's at today. But for those of you guys that don't know Mike Grant, he's a federal firearms dealer. He also has Guns Unlimited. He's a firearm instructor. And if you guys need some great training, you got to look Mike up. He's out in California. You want to give out any more information than that right now, Mike?
No, it's just you can go on a YouTube channel. It's Guns Unlimited Firearms Training. Just look that up. It's got a lot of videos and what I try to train people. But one of the things that I wanted to just say to everybody out there is, don't go anywhere if you are capable of doing it without, have some kind of firearm, because I personally believe they know you're a Republican or you're an independent.
Yeah.
And I do believe that we're going to have a lot more nuts out there running loose, and you'll find out real fast when you go someplace, just wear a Trump hat and you'll find out the hard way, probably, unless you got a gang of you, because these people are unhinged, and
Right.
your safety can be, at risk every day you turn around.
Yeah.
So be careful and keep your eyes. And as we always say, watch your six, put the cell phone down when you're out, and be doing like the old hawk does, a 360 all the time, because you are basically on your own out there. I don't want to throw the police under the bus, but when's the last time you dialed 911? How long do you think it's going to take to get to you?
Exactly.
You're on your own.
And I also
You
want
better be able to. yourself.
I also want to get out today. One of my sponsors, Loaded Gun Copy. Um, Loaded Gun, Loaded Gun Copy donates a portion to Your News Arizona for every copy sale. I'm going to put that at the bottom of the screen for you guys. If you guys want some great Patriot-owned copy, this business is 100% Patriot-owned. Uh, Stephen Thomas out of Lake Havasu owned and his wife owned Loaded Gun Copy. You guys ought to check them out. And if nothing else, just try out their coffee. It's the best coffee, as far as I'm concerned, in the country. It's what I drink every morning. So just want to get that out there to you guys as well. You've been doing some outstanding training, Mike. I've been watching your videos for your firearm training that you're training people with. And I'd like to be able to start broadcasting some of that on my channel time to time so that the audience can see a lot of your training as well. And just keep up the good work, buddy. It's good that you're getting people involved.
Well, I want to throw one thing out. I just took your code there, or the QR code for Loaded Guns Coffee, because I think I've met the gentleman and his wife before there at the Britton Farm with you.
Yeah, you did.
But again, about the gun industry, if you do not have anybody out there, if you don't have some kind of defensive coverage, and I'm not talking about insurance companies, I'm talking about defensive coverage that will protect you for criminal and civil lawsuits, you need to look into the company that sponsors my range. I don't have it up here, but it's called U.S. Law Shield. It's 100% unlimited attorney fees for civil and criminal. And we all know that that's what they can do. They could drain you financially very quickly.
Right.
If you have such a situation where, God forbid, you have to shoot somebody or defend yourself.
Right.
So that's it, Jonathan.
Well,
Appreciate your content.
Yeah, for all you ladies out there that are single, if you're look Mike up, get the training that you need. We're in definitely some crazy times right now, and it's better to know how to defend yourself, because I'll tell you what, nowadays when these intruders come in, they try to kidnap you, try to rape you or whatever. 90% of the time they just kill you when they're done. So you're better off to get the training. Look up Legal Shield, like Mike just said as well. That I'd rather have to use Legal Shield than for someone to have to bury my body. So I highly recommend you get the training that you need, especially if you don't know anything about firearms. Mike can get you trained up. He does an outstanding job training people, and I highly recommend this man over anybody else. So,
and incidentally, Jonathan, that YouTube channel is what that is, at Guns Unlimited Firearms Training. That is a training channel for people free of charge.
Hey, Mike, if
They
you can
go in there.
go ahead and keep talking. I'm going to pull up your channel real quick on YouTube,
and
I'm going to share it.
They can automatically
I'm going to share
they
it.
can automatically get free video stuff, information on how different technical tactics and everything like that off that channel.
Guns Unlimited Firearms Training, right?
Yep. YouTube.
Yep. Unlimited Firearms. I just found you. So hold on a second. I'm going to go ahead and share this. Give me a second, Mike.
Yeah,
I'm going to share this with the audience for you real quick. I just want them to see
load a video.
Here,
load a video.
Let me go ahead and remove that QR code so it's not blocking the video when we do it. Let me see if that did it. Oops, I did the wrong one. There we go. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and share this video to these guys. And this is the kind of firearm training Mike does for people. Let's see.
Bring that bottom one up there, Jonathan. The one over there where I'm standing in the left below you, below the one where I got my hand on my gun.
The one with the U-Haul picture?
Yeah, do the U-Haul one. I think that's behind walls and stuff, and that's what we have to learn how to shoot from.
So let me stop sharing that one. Give me a second here. We'll share the other one. See if it's going to let me do it. Okay, here we go. That one there.
Right.
Okay. See if I can play this for the people. I got to lower that screen just to hear to hit the play button, I guess. There we go.
There you go. Hopefully it plays or it's going to shoot.
There it is. Should be playing. Not really hearing the volume to it, though.
Yeah, I'm not either. Oh, it's over to the left. It's X'd.
Is it X'd? All
Yeah,
right.
go ahead and
me-
do that again.
yeah,
Bring it
let me-
back up. It was X'd off to the left there.
Off to the left.
We'll get used to this. If we come back on, you'll play a few of these
Let me
and
scroll it
give them an
down.
idea of the training.
Well, for some reason on my end, it's not. Here, hold on a second.
There it is, over
There
to your
we go.
left,
Back,
right
you
there.
can actually see where
We're
your
going to
bullets are
start
getting.
this over again for you. Here we go.
Good morning, Mike Grant, Guns Unlimited Firearms Training. This morning we're going to engage the steel target that has the shirt on it. The reason I'm putting the shirts over is because I can't see where the bullets are hitting till we lift the shirt up and we're done with the stage, the string. We're going to use cover, hard cover, a wall to hide behind, and we're going to use a garment. That's the real world. So we'll place 2 rounds on that target, and then we'll go down and see where they hit at. Again, I won't be able to see. The shirt's going to blow up, but you might not be able to see exactly where you're shooting. Where on paper, you can actually see where you're shooting at. If you're really quick, fire, and when you fire and come back, you can actually see where your bullets are getting placed at. You're not going to see that in the real world. So let's get started here. Can't see the target. Don't hug the wall. 2 rounds. Okay, we'll do it again. 2 rounds on that target. Hopefully I got 2 in here. Okay. Go down and see where the hits are at. All those times are running right around 250, 248, somewhere in that area. Get out of the holster, get up and fire. I wouldn't call it fast, but it is pretty damn good for getting around a wall. So let's see how bad these rounds look. So there's your rounds right there. A little low down here, but you notice we're hitting through here, and that's what's stopping that. That's going to stop a threat. Might not be bad to have them up here, but these are going to take out some major organs, and this is a 45, and it's going to give them some a good bellyache. That's the tip of the day for Guns Unlimited. Remember, if you get a chance to do this, use cover. We're shooting here today, brought to you by Nighthawk Custom and the Let's Go Brandon Gun Range. God bless and be safe.
There's 500 of those on there,
Yeah.
Jonathan.
Hold on one second, Mike. I hit the wrong button. Sorry. That's some outstanding training that you do with the people out there. Again, you guys need to look up Mike Grant, Guns Unlimited. And he's the real deal. He'll get you trained up right. He'll teach you firearm safety, the proper way to carry your gun. If you're ever, for those of you that have concealed carry, he'll teach you the proper way to carry your guns, everything in the book. So anything you want to add to that there, Mike?
Nope, that's pretty well everything. Just get out there, and I always tell everybody, get out there. You don't have to shoot 500 rounds a weekend. You only have to shoot about 10 or 15. Just practice that out of the holster up on target, and just remember, you're not going to be pulling a gun smoke out there in the street, where you can, everybody's going to stand at a distance and wait for the flag to drop. you're going to probably be attacked and somewhere or another, you're going to be attacked in less than probably about 5 yards.
Right.
And that's close combat.
But like I said, Mike, it's I realize the importance it is for people to get the proper training, especially these single gals out there that's by themselves, or even the elderly should learn this firearms training. If they've never shot a gun, I mean, we're living in different times right now, and sadly, I've been reading a lot about the elderly people lately being attacked in their homes. The single women, even elderly men, have been being attacked. Um, this is why it's so important to learn some self defense, learn some, gun safety, to where you guys can at least protect your loved ones, your family, or yourself, especially in a time of complete disaster with somebody breaking into your home. So um, it just speaks volumes for you, Mike. I appreciate you taking time to train these people, and says a lot about who you are as well.
Well, I appreciate it.
So, all right, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and end today's broadcast. Again, if you guys want some great coffee, you can I put the QR code up for Loaded Gun Coffee. They're out of Lake Havasu, Arizona. They've got the best coffee in the country. Um, that Black Rifle Coffee Company, they put those guys to shame, by the way. And these guys are 100% Patriot owned. And I'm not going to speak down on another coffee company, but I'm not impressed with the other. And that's all I'm going to say. Um, but either way, you guys ought to check out Loaded Gun Coffee, and I'm sure you'll be quite pleased with them. So, all right, Mike. Hey, listen, we've got a trip planned. I've got me and Dan planning a trip down to the Tucson sector. We want to go down and check out up there by the Chilton Ranch again, where we put those cameras at. I just broadcasted it yesterday on it. Would you like to join us on that trip, Mike?
What's your dates roughly?
We're probably looking at about a week to 2 weeks out, and it's going to be probably Friday, Saturday, and come back on Sunday.
We'll talk offline. I've got I got a lot of training people coming up that I was off for a couple of weeks out away, and I got a stack of people coming back. So I probably have to look at it on the dates.
If I need to push it out an extra week, I don't mind doing that either. So just let me know what you want to do, and we'll make it happen.
Okay.
All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and end this broadcast. Thanks for joining Your News Arizona, and appreciate your guys' patience throughout getting my studio set up here. And again, it should be complete. It should be finalized here this next week. It's going to be a total different background behind me, and we're just going to continue to move forward with this so that we can get the truth out to all of you American people out there. And God bless all my Facebook family out there as well. All 26,000 of you guys. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for following me and sharing my news broadcasts and my reporting on the border. I just highly appreciate all you guys. Please just like, share, follow me if you're not following me yet on Facebook or my YouTube or Rumble channel. And just keep getting the real news out to America. And this is how we need to operate in America anymore. It's people like me that have to take over the news industry, because these news channels just do nothing but lie to the American people. And I'm personally fed up with the lies, and as well as should all of you guys. So, all right, God bless you guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in today. Appreciate you being on the show today, Mike. Thank you.
Okay. We'll see you later.
God bless you and your family as well. Thank you.
Bye-bye.